Dude, I just got a coupon for 1 free billboard. All you have to do is pay for it, so you know what that means.
Free advertising.
Free advertising, baby! The only problem is that while I do have the product Wet Water, I need to sell it, and the only way to sell things nowadays is through a mascot.
Who told you that?
Video games?
Go to your nearest computer and search up video game mascots. Sure, while you might find some of the more popular ones like Mario and Sonic, you'd be surprised to find that there are some companies who decided to take their own shot at creating a mascot to take on the world by storm. Some are well recognized, while others are more in a niche audience. While it's easy to detect a video game mascot character, sometimes you really gotta criticize them in order to gain something out of it.
Like a brand new mascot for Wet Water. If you ask why it's wet, we'll find out where you live. We're still working on the slogan.
Okay, let's get this one over with. Alright, does anyone actually even like this character unironically? Bubsy the Bobcat was created by Accolade in the early 90s for a reason. I just don't know what the reason is, but I'm pretty sure there had to be one. While I can talk about the games, I'd much rather talk about the feline cat. I gotta say this though, I hate when they give animals shirts but not pants. If this was more anatomically correct, we'd be seeing Bubsy's yarn balls. I don't think anyone needs that in their lives. Why does he have an exclamation point on his shirt? Is he always surprised? What are you surprised about? The fact that the scientist that made you didn't off you the second he could? Because clearly, this was a mistake. While Bubsy's design is simple, it's mainly his personality that's annoying. Non-stop talking, cracking unfunny jokes, and a catchphrase that's so not clever it makes me want to go jump off the grid and change my name to Clarence.
Like it possibly, you're wrong.
However, Bubsy is a sign of really trying too hard to compete with the titans of the gaming industry. And while he did come back a few years later, you gotta admit his presence and charm really didn't stick. But you know who did stick?
Banjo and Kazooie, my favorite platonic couple. While early renders of the duo look horrific by today's standards, I think they still got the point across. Goofy bear, bitchy bird, both addicted to puzzles. Like, why do you need this many pieces? I like how Banjo is almost never seen without a smile, and yeah, while they tried to spice things up during the Dark Ages, Smash Brothers really shows why these two are so beloved. Great games might be one reason, but their dynamic and charm really prevails through their design. I smile every time I see them. Rare was really good at doing this. One of the games I wish got more popular and became more of a franchise, Conker, is also like this. Conker has a charm, but for different reasons. He's a badass little squirrel who doesn't take shit from no one, and his design reflects that. While he's a little cutesy, he clearly doesn't give a shit.
But cutesy is not really what I'm going for. I'm looking for something more badass, something to really toughen up the billboard industry. I want something that when people look at it, they say, hey, that's fucking terrifying.
While mascots aren't entirely scary, aside from whatever PT had, go away, Lisa! I don't want your Girl Scout cookies! Stop! Stop following me to project shadows on the walls in front of me! Mascots that I would find quote-unquote terrifying are ones that I wouldn't really want to go near, like Dante. Dante is a mascot character that I wouldn't want my child to go up to because I feel like he'll cast a curse on my kid. But Dante is so badass, like his white hair and the long coat. It walks the border of not giving a shit and taking things way too seriously. But if we want to go full serious, we gotta talk about Kratos, the god of war. I like his design more in the new game rather than the older games. In the first few entries, he looks like a generic fighting game character, a tribe warrior, nothing like a main character, but in the new God of War, he looks like a god of war. My boy is thick with the cues! He even has a beard to show off his fatherly nature. I mean, just by looking at him, Kratos is definitely the dad that would insist on cooking at the barbecue even though nobody knows who he is, and he will most definitely burn the meat.
But burnt meat aside, I finally got my first design for my mascot!
He looks like he's in pain.
Alright, Fancy Pants, I don't see you coming up with ideas.
I'm a computer. I can't think.
But you simp over a Nintendo Land mascot.
Modita from Nintendo Land is definitely annoying. The robotic voice is so not easy on the ears, but I do like her design. She looks cute and somehow has an arm. Who wouldn't want that in their life? Speaking of mascots that are cute and have arms, Star Fox. Fox McCloud is another animal I think walks between the lines of cute and badass, but the difference here is that they lean more into the badass part of Foxy Boy. Always striking a confident pose, quick on his feet with a cocky attitude, got completely destroyed during the GameCube era games.
This is the GameCube. Why do you look like you're coming out of the N64?
Star Fox on the GameCube is completely different from both the N64 and modern iteration of Star Fox. He looks so plasticky, but he never really looks neither cute or badass. He just looks like the edgy kid in the basement of his mom's house who thinks he's tougher than he is.
Okay, but what if instead of animals and burly men, we get a female lead that possibly raids tombs? Oh my god, that's why they call it Tomb Raider.
Lara Croft is one of the more well-known video game mascots. Lara Croft embodies someone who is strong and does whatever it takes to solve the problem. She looks prepared, she looks like she knows what he's doing, and damn it, I forgot that this was the rebooted Tomb Raider. Huh. I think she could kill someone just by chest bumping them. I'm not one to talk about the problems with this, I feel, but Lara Croft on the PS1 days feels a bit more sexualized, even in the 3D renders a bit. Super high shorts, a tank top, traffic cones, but she does look determined. I don't know, the problem with the old Lara Croft is the time she was presented in. The games didn't really sexualize her, but other outlets did, and it's from this where I see the dated parts of her design. I prefer the 2013 reboot design of Lara Croft because it feels more like someone who would raid tombs.
But raiding tombs is too realistic for me. I'm more into sci-fi, you know, spaceships, aliens, releasing a game that was in development hell for 15 years.
While Lara was Sony's golden girl, Samus was Nintendo's. A badass bounty hunter in a spacesuit hell-bent on kicking alien butts? While Samus's design does change from time to time, the general idea stays the same. I love Samus's suit design. It feels like an advanced spacesuit meant for combat. As they delve more into the series, they made Samus look a little bit more feminine on the armor side, and you know, I'm okay with this. The surprise of Samus being a woman was worn off, so it's better just to show it while she's in the suit too. As for Zero Suit Samus, I like it as well. I like how it's blue to complement the orange of the combat suit, and Samus herself is just so cool. She stole Cone, doesn't give a fuck, and will murder your family in cold blood and then eat a salad like nothing happened. And I got all of that just from her facial expressions. All in all, I just really had a respect for Samus in the Metroid series.
And you know, with this pattern of badassery, I think I finally got something for a mascot.
That looks so disfigured and wrong.
Alright, look, I'm trying my hardest here. The least you can do is be nice to me.
That will never happen.
Now, sometimes a mascot will only show up for one game, mainly party games. The Wii Party series had this Muppet as a mascot. Party Phil seems to be in my nightmares a lot, and I hate it. Get him out of here, please. He smells like eggs and happens to look like one. The problem with Party Phil is that he looks very generic. Nothing interesting is happening with his design, and you could say it's because they wanted him to blend in with the Miis, but let's be honest, that didn't happen. However, I think the best party mascot comes from a little game that splits an entire fan base in half. This is my favorite Mario Party, sue me. MC Baloo is in fact the only god I prayed to at night. He's so cool, he speaks so loudly and confidently, he's so energetic, and his best friend is a hat! Well, fucking sign me up for a game that runs in 4x3 on a 16x9 console. MC Baloo is full of color, energetic, and overall knows how to hype up a game. His hat is also very cool. I want him as a friend, and I need him on my head.
Wait a minute, that's it! That's what I need for a new mascot!
A cool, energetic character that can hype up a game that runs in 4x3 on a 16x9 console.
What? No, it's a hat! I mean, everybody loves a hat, and if this water bottle doesn't have a hat, people will not buy it. It's game over.
You're not going to give it a face or anything.
Nope, don't need to overcomplicate things. Computer, order me a billboard and make it snappy. Hell yeah. Oh, it's so wet. Oh. I have no regrets. Hello? What do you mean I'm in debt? I used the coupon.